What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslow channel. I am Mr. Winslow, your host, and today we will be discussing a topic that has not only surfaced in the black community, but also in the world community. This topic deals with the friend zone when it backfires. First and foremost, the friend zone is defined as a relation in which one partner wants to become more intimate while the other partner does not. We've seen the friend zone in action on TV's Friends with Ross and Rachel. We've seen it in real life with 50 and Vivica. And Biz Marquee even sang a song about it back in the day. Yes, and we've all heard those six nerve-shattering words at one point or another in our lives. I like you as a... I think you know the rest. How can those words backfire, Mr. Winslow? After all, when somebody gives you the friend zone speech, it's pretty much a wrap. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, other people are watching and waiting. That's number one. Number two, the friend zone speech is going to almost automatically broaden your search. And number three, it is going to give you a green light to replace them. Now, if we look at all three of these and we just put our minds to them, we can understand why the friend zone speech is actually a blessing in disguise. And I'll explain how. Number one, other people are watching and waiting. When you encounter a young lady, fellas, or young ladies, if you encounter a young man, and you are, let's say, the least bit interested, let's say you're interested in them 1%, you're probably going to tell your friends about them, especially if they continue to make themselves appear in your day-to-day living. You are going to tell your friends, well, I really like that guy, or that girl needs to go somewhere. Or, ladies, you'll say the same thing, or you will say something different. Whatever the case may be, you're going to let somebody know about this person. So, when you do that, you are automatically opening the door for them to watch and wait. Some of them will be watching and waiting because they want to see you happy. They want to see you find someone. They want to see you settle down. They want to see you have a good life with someone else. The declaration of love is a great thing. And when you can find love in somebody else, that's even greater. But then there are some of your friends that are watching and waiting for all the wrong reasons. Some of them are saying stuff like, girl, I wouldn't take that. Some of them are saying, man, you better than me. But nonetheless, they are watching and waiting. And when you give that friend zone speech, they'll swoop in like a group of killer sharks to make sure that they finish the job that you left undone. I've seen it happen. So, the friend zone speech is going to make you aware that other people are watching and waiting. Just keep that in mind. Number two, the friend zone speech is going to almost automatically broaden your search. When you get the fringe speech and you're done drowning your sorrows and feeling sorry for yourself, it's going to broaden your search. You're going to pick yourself up off of the deck and say, you know what? I don't need to tolerate this. I can do better for myself. I don't need to be with someone who's going to treat me like hell. No, I need to be with somebody better than that. So you're going to pick yourself up. You are going to go forward. You're going to find someone else, or they will find you, especially if you're a man, because there's such a disproportionate number of men to women in the world. It's true. And you'll find someone else. You will have to broaden your search, and really, it's also going to give you a mindset to discern the real from the fake, the slacker from the mover and shaker. That's what it's going to do. It'll give you that mindset to discern, and to discern means to look at something and gauge the way it is and say, well, you know what? I need to pursue this, or I need to stop pursuit of this thing. Yes, broadening your search is going to happen almost instantaneously. Last but not least, the friend zone speech is going to give you the green light to replace them. If someone gives you the friend zone speech, and I know it's bound to happen, that's okay. Because what they're actually doing is they are green lighting or fast tracking you to replace them. And when you replace them, and replace them you shall, if they had good intentions, they'll be happy for you. Good intentions means if they were considerate enough to see you as a human being and not someone who gets on their nerves. If they had that mindset, they'll be happy for you. If they did not have that mindset, when you pair yourself up with someone else, simply because they gave you the green light, they're always going to have regret. They're always going to be saying those three phrases that we all hate just as much as the friend zone. I woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's what they're going to be acquainted with when that happens. In closing, I've been a victim and a villain of the friend zone. I have matured and have used the friend zone speech more responsibly. Yes, I realize that real friends are hard to come by in this world. They are not a dime a dozen. So whenever I use the friendship speech now, I make sure that, number one, I want you to understand that we will still be friends. I am a responsible person and I'm not going to just take my friendship lightly with anyone. So that is what we need to concentrate on. If we're going to use the friend zone speech and people hate to hear it, please, please make sure that you use it responsibly. Make sure that you actually give a damn about this person. You're not just tossing it around like a salad. And for those people who are using the friend zone speech irresponsibly, just think, when that person replaces you, maybe with your best friend, or maybe with your family member, or maybe with someone else that's probably real close to you, you can utter those three horrible phrases that people like to stay away from. I woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I can't be mad at him because he's just a friend. From the studios of Mr. Winslaw, God bless.